Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comment, let me know your thoughts on the story. Now call it what you want, misguided gang loyalty, and doing everything you possibly can do to get rid of your ops. That was engraved and instilled in 2 sets of East London gangs. One being Zero Tolerance, who operate in London Fields, E8 area, and the second being Homerton, who operate in the E9 area. A single mile separates the 2 gangs. Now blacka from Zero Tolerance, real name Sheikh Dibba, was a very major problem on the London streets. I mean, the guy was a menace. Now let's forget for a moment that Blacka is also a drill rapper, and in 90% of his music he was talking about wanting his rivals gone. Let's also forget about the fact that in his music, Blacka says that when you buy a machine you have to test it out. Now Blacka was already known to police, as he had previously been implicated in a prior. It was also rumoured that he had bladed a rival, being Homerton gang member and rapper who's part of the 9/8 Stally at Rash's memorial. Blacka was said to have first picked up a blade and used it at the age of 11 years old, allegedly. Now that tells you right there that he was failed by his parents and his community and anyone that loved him. Now on 11th of October 2020, Sheikh Dibba, aka Blacka, who was 21 years old at the time, had picked up a Scorpion. Now all he needed to do was test it out, so he then met up with Fahim Rahman. The 2 men travelled around in a stolen car that were fitted with fake plates until they arrived at a property on Homerton High Street. Now this was a planned incident. Targets were any members of Homerton. The gangsters pressed the trigger a total of 13 times. Again 13 times, quick succession. Now 2 men aged 60 and 32 years old were struck. A third man, who was 24 years old, was also struck, where his condition was considered critical. Now while members of the public screamed and shouted and called 999, Blacka and Rahman drove away in a stolen car at speed. Now, of course, the police investigated and they trawled through over 100 hours of CCTV, and they were able to put Blacka and Rahman at the scene of the crime. Now Blacka was jailed for 35 years for 3 counts of attempted M and possession of the Scorpion. He is eligible for parole in 2043, April. Do we think it was worth it? Let me know in the comments. Stay safe.